Today I'm traveling to Al-Ula, which is one of the most important historical cities of Saudi Arabia. Al-Ula is famous for its history and many archaeological sites, amongst which Madain Saleh, or the city of Al-Hijr, is the most important landmark. Madain Saleh was selected as UNESCO's historical heritage sites in 2008, making it the first World Heritage Sites in Saudi Arabia. The name of Madain Saleh is attributed to Prophet Saleh, peace be upon him, and is mentioned in the Holy Qur'an as Al-Hijr, described as the region carved from mountains and rocks. It also contains the site of the well from which the miraculous prophet's camel used to drink before getting killed by disobedient people of the city. Having said all the historical facts about the city, I'm really very excited for this trip because it is the first time I'm going to stay in a camp in the middle of deserts, far away from the hassle-full life of a city. I have booked our stay at Madain campsite, which is around 20 kilometers from Madain Saleh, in the middle of the desert and mountains. All these places in between Hail and Al-Ula are really very beautiful. I wish I had a 4x4, then I must have gone into the desert to explore some more beautiful places. As I told you before, Madain camp is surrounded by desert and mountains. It is around 20 minutes off-road drive from the main road, and we are on our first desert safari by Accent. The views are really awesome. Now we have reached our campsite, and yes, it is really an amazing place. I'm really excited to experience a night stay far away from the city in the middle of deserts, surrounded by awesome mountains. We shall leave for Madain Saleh after getting fresh, because Yasser, who is in charge of this campsite and is a very nice guy, told us to come back to campsite before it darks. On our way back to the camp, we also have to bring our dinner with us because I did not choose half-board option for our stay. Upon reaching the main entrance of Madain Saleh, we found a gate at which we had to provide information about our vehicle and the driver. They told us that the gates would be closed at 5 p.m. and we had to leave the site before that. Hijaz railway station is near the main entrance of Mada'in and was constructed by the Ottomans, which linked the Levant to the holy city of Medina, and is the second largest railway station in the Hijaz area after the Medina station. Now we have entered into the tombs area of Mada'in, and really amazed how the people of that time carved such tombs and castles into the mountain. At last, we are at one of the most important tombs located in Madain Saleh, which is called Qasr al-Farid. It gains importance for several reasons. Number one, it is one of the largest existing tombs, and secondly, its name represents its uniqueness as one rock independent of rest of the tombs. The tomb is unique because it was not completed and was not used as a tomb, as there are no traces of burial sites inside it. It is also distinguished from the rest of the tombs with an increase in the columns carved on the facade. Most graves have 2 columns, but Al-Farid has 4 with Nabatin crowns on the front. Another famous place in Madain Saleh is Qasr al-Bint, or Palace of the Girl, which is famous for many fictitious romantic stories. It is said that a girl is buried in it after her father killed her because of her romantic relationship with one of the sculptors in the era of Nabatins who inhabited the city. Most of the tombs in this area are categorized by the presence of writings at the top of the entrances bearing the name of the person buried, those entitled to bury the dead, and the date of its sculpture and the name of the sculptor. To the left of the Qasr al-Bint, there is a huge incomplete grave on the top of the mountain. Most likely its owner or the sculptor died during its construction. At the end of our tour, we went to a landmark in the middle of Madain Saleh, which is a large rock bearing the shape of a sad man at the top of a mountain, and for that reason is known as Sad Face Mountain. Now we are back on our way to Mada'in camp, and inshallah we shall leave for Medina tomorrow in the morning.